Hello, right, good afternoon. Welcome to HIIT Yoga. Another week of triple hits, and another week closer to moving out of this lockdown, hopefully. So I hope everyone is fit and well and as happy as we can be. Let's get ourselves moving, shall we? So we'll push up the knees. It's another week of homeschooling for me. I don't know who's learning more, me or the kids. I have to learn lots of maths at the moment. Anyway, let's get focused on our HIIT yoga class today. We'll bring the feet wide and we'll swing the arms and the upper body. Good. Let those arms swing. Keep the shoulders nicely relaxed. And I've got quite a session planned for you today, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. It's going to be quite intense, but enjoyable at the same time. So you can always give me some feedback afterwards to let me know how you get on. We'll take a little bend of the knees. Just turn the feet and the knees out and take a nice big wide squat. You don't have to go down too far just yet. Just starting to warm up the muscles in the legs. We'll do two more. And then let's just roll the shoulders backwards and forwards. And we'll just place our hands on our hips or our lower back and just start to hula through the hips. Good, and then changing direction. Okay, come into the middle, let the arms hang and we shall fold forwards. So just hopefully you can feel a nice stretch, a nice release into the lower back. Release the head and shoulders. If you can bring the hands onto the floor, then do so. And push the knees back to get this lovely stretch down the backs of the legs. And then slowly bend the knees and roll up gently through the spine. Coming up to the top and taking a couple more nice big rolls of the shoulders. Okay, let's breathe in, take the arms up, holding onto one wrist, just gently pull yourself across, stretching through the side of the body. Keep the feet nice and firmly grounded into the floor. Back to the middle, changing over to the other side. Good, nice big stretch, excellent. Okay, let's do some nice circles. Last week with our HIIT yoga, we did lots of circles, didn't we? So we'll do some more today, not as many as last week. Bending the knees, circling around, stretching up as you come up, and just go a bit deeper in the legs as you come down. And then we'll take it back in the other direction. Couple more times. Just lovely, big fluid movements. Two more. One more. Lovely. Okay, good. So we'll just start to get the legs moving a bit more. Push up those knees. And then take it into a nice gentle jog. Still keeping the shoulders relaxed. See if you can start to engage through the core, drawing the navel back towards the lower back. And think about your breathing as well, so trying to connect with the breath. Good. Okay, so let's just come to a standstill. Take a few nice deep breaths before we get stuck into our intervals. Okay, so big breath in. Hold it for a second and release. And one more time. And release. Okay, right, so let's get started on our first interval. We're going to do a big squat and a little squat. And again, a big squat and then back to the middle, little squat. Big squat out to the side, little squat middle, big and little. So they feel different, don't they, when you do big ones and little ones? That's the whole idea. So just keep stepping out to one side, into the middle, and out to the other side. Excellent. Okay, that's our first exercise. We're going to combine that with, we're going to do our zigzag star jump. So we are crossing the arms and the legs as we jump in and out. Trying to keep the shoulders relaxed and the core engaged. Okay, so remember a low impact version. Just bring, you can still cross the arms over and you can kick one leg out to the side. So you're still going to feel quite a lot from doing that, but you're keeping it low impact. Okay, shall we get started? So, 30 seconds. First one, big squat, little squat. We'll start in the middle of the mat with the little squat, and then we'll step out to the right first. And let's go. So step out, big squat, and in. Little squat, and out. And in. And as you come in, pin those knees together, push the hips back. And keep going. Keep the chest nice and open, keep your eyes forward. And rest. Okay, so take a breather. And just keep the legs moving. We're going on to our zigzags. So we've got another 10 seconds to rest. Make the most of it. Okay, let's get ready. Let's go. Imagine you're slicing through the air with your arms, keeping them nice and straight and strong. Ten seconds. Nearly there. And rest. Good. Okay. Let's breathe. Let's recover before we go again with our big squat, little squat. Okay. Let's get ready. Middle of the mat. Ready to step to the right. We do our small squat first. Foot down. Step out. Back in again. And out the other side. Good, so just getting into your own rhythm with this one. We've got 5 seconds left. And rest. Excellent, well done, that's quite a tough one. And let's breathe. Okay, final round, zigzag jumps. We're going to get started in about 5 seconds. Bring the arms out, nice and long. And let's go. Crossing the arms and legs. Keep the shoulders down. Speed it up if you want. We're halfway, just 15 seconds. So close. And rest. Well done. Yes, so take a little breather here, have a drink, and just give yourself time to recover. Time to open a window here. Okay, so just feel the breath coming back under your control. Feel the heart rate slowing down. So it's really important that we do give ourselves a chance to recover before we move on, to get the full benefit of the high intensity workout. So we're trying to push ourselves as hard as we can during those 30 seconds and then having that rest. Okay, so next we're going to go for feet quite wide. So we're going to go for a squat and an elbow push. So we're just coming forward with the elbow, squat down and push forward. So be careful with your shoulder. Don't want to go too hard and hurt yourself, but just getting that movement. So it's like twist through the body as you bring the elbow out. Good. Last one. And rest. And we'll combine that with, so we're coming back to this narrow squat now. So feet are a little bit narrower than the hips. We're going to do a bit of a thigh slap here. So it's thighs, floor, thighs, up. See if you can touch the floor. Don't worry if you can't. Just go down as far as you can. And then if you want, you can jump here. So it's thighs, floor, thighs, jump. Got a bit confused there. Thighs, floor, thighs, jump. I think just slapping the thighs kind of helps, doesn't it? Helps you get the rhythm. Okay, right, got that one. It's a bit of a killer. So remember that jump is optional. But, you know, this is why we're here, to really go for it and push ourselves, like I said, just for those 30 seconds. Okay, let's do it. So we're starting off in our wide squat. So nice and wide with the feet. Push the hips back, we're doing our elbow strike. And let's go, down and strike. Just try and get that twist through the waist as you come up. Good, nearly there. And rest. Good, breathe. So this time, we're taking our feet narrow. Thighs, floor, thighs up. You can reach up or you can jump, up to you. Let's get ready. And go, thighs, floor, thighs up. And continue. If you are jumping, make sure you land softly, bending those knees. Good, 10 seconds left. Ooh. Ooh. That's intense, isn't it, in the legs? Yes. Okay, just got to do both of those one more time. We can do it. A few more deep breaths. Let's take those legs wide. And we're going to squat down, elbow, elbow, squat, elbow. Good, pushing the hips back. See how low can you go. 3 seconds. And rest. And breathe. Slow it down. So we've got this one last round with this killer thigh slapper. Okay, let's do this. We can do this. Feet narrow. Let's get ready. And go. 5, 4, thighs up. Slow it down, speed it up. And we're halfway, just 15 more seconds. 5. Oh, that got me there at the end. That was definitely a high intensity interval, wasn't it? Okay, rest and recover. Nice, slow breaths. Okay, so let's just give ourselves a bit more time. Come into the center of the mat, bring your hands together. Relax the shoulders, close the eyes. And focus inwards. Slow everything down. As you release the breath, start to draw the belly button back. Pull it in and tighten gently into the core muscles. Just pushing out all of the air before you take another breath. Relaxing down into the shoulders. Just take that relaxation all the way down the body to the soles of the feet. Spread your toes and just take the weight, shift through your soles of your feet, shifting the weight through all of the edges and corners of the feet. And we'll open the eyes, bring the hands down. So we're going to go into a sequence. It's going to be a yoga flow with some HIIT elements thrown in. So we'll see how we go. And do the best you can. If at any point there's anything that you can't do for any reason, please don't worry. Just either modify, do something you can do, or just take a little break and join in again when you can. Okay, so we're going to take the right foot, turn the toes out to the side, and we're coming into a crescent lunge. So the right foot's forward, the left foot's back. Just nice and tight through the core. Just find your balance here. So we're going to start with some up downs. So lowering knee to floor and then straightening through the leg. I'm just going to start with the hands on the hips. We may find ourselves doing a few of these today. So we're going to start off fairly gently. One more here. And then just bring the arms up and bring the back foot down into your warrior one. Your hips are still twisted to the right. But then we're going to open out to the front. And spread the arms into our warrior two, nice and strong through the legs. Look down the right hand and turn the palm up, lifting into reverse warrior. Get that lovely stretch on the right side of the body. Take a breath in, and as you release, bring the hand or elbow onto the knee and start to move the other arm up and over. Reaching with the arm, stretching all the way down the side of the body. Pushing through to the left edge of the foot. Breathe in here. And then as you exhale, let's open out the arms and straighten the right leg into our triangle. Try and pull that top shoulder back. Make sure you're nice and grounded through the feet. And then bend the knee. We're coming back to our lunge. Bring that back foot up, back heel, sorry, arms in front. Now we're going to step that back foot forward and see if we can take it into a balance, into our warrior 3. Lifting up the back leg. Just do your best here. Hold it for as long as you can. And then bring that leg down. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're taking the right leg back now. Left leg forward into our lunge. Down and up. Bending and straightening the legs. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. 2 more. And 1 more. This time, let's bring the arms up and the back heel comes down into our warrior 1. So we're still bending that front knee. Look up in between your hands. Let's take a big breath in. As we exhale, we're opening now, so we're turning to the back, turning in the other direction. Okay, we're doing it all on the other side. So now into your warrior 2, looking towards your left hand, we're going to turn the palm up. We're going to inhale, lift the arm, reaching it over past the head, and take a breath in. As you release the breath, bring the arm down, elbow to knee, other arm comes up and over, and stretch here. Now let's open out into our triangle, open out the arms and straighten the left leg. Look up towards your top hand, breathe in, and then exhale, bend that front knee again, twist the back heel up, step forward, warrior 3, bring the back leg up. You can stretch the arms out in front or you can keep the hands on the waist. Hold it there. And then bring the leg down. Good. Take a little rest here. You can bring the hands to heart center again if you want. Give the legs a bit of a shake. Okay, so we're going to keep the right foot in front of the mat and take the left one back again. Back to our crescent lunges. If you want, you can bring the arms up as you bend the back knee and down as you straighten the leg. So, keep going. 3 more of these. And 2 more. And 1 more. And now just bring that back foot down so you're in your warrior 1. Let's open out to the front, warrior 2. Hold it here for a moment. Look down your right arm. Turn the palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring the arm up and over. Breathe in here. As you exhale, open into triangle. Straightening that right leg. Bring the bottom fingers towards the floor. And so this time, see if you can hold it here. You can either, we're going to go down to down dog. And if the up down is too much, you can always just step back to the front and then join in again on the other leg, if that makes sense. But otherwise, bring the arms down either side of the foot and step back into a down dog. So hips high, walking through the heels, spread the fingers and look towards your feet or your navel. And then just look to the front of the mat. And we're going to bring the left leg up and bring it to the front of the mat in between the hands. Okay, we're coming back up to our crescent lunge, but now you've got the left leg in front. Okay, so we'll do our bending and straightening, going up and down in our lunge. Lift the arms up, bring them down. Let's do 2 more. Up and down, 1 more. And then this time, keep the arms up, bring the back heel down. Warrior 1. Open out to the back, warrior 2. Turn the left palm up and inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring the arm up and over and stretch. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, open out the arms, straighten the leg. So you're straightening the left leg into your triangle. And again, bringing the hands down to the floor and stepping back into your down dog. And holding here. If you need to take a little break, you can bring the knees down. In fact, why don't we do that? Let's just take the knees down and have a little breather here. You can sit back into your child's pose if you wish. Okay, and then just bring the head up. So we are going to come back into our downward facing dog. And we're just going to do a little interval here where we're going to push ourselves forward to our plank and then bend those knees. So it's like a plank push back forward into plank, nice and straight through the body, and then sit the hips back towards the heels. And you can always come down onto the knees to do this. You can sit down here and then come up and bring those knees down. Otherwise, keep them up. We're going to go for 10. So let's go from plank to push back and again. So that's 1 and 2 and 3, nice and strong through the core. 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Now let's take it back up to a down dog. Hips nice and high. Push to the heels. Let's take the right leg up, and then you're going to bring your right leg to the front of the mat in between the hands. And we're coming up again to our crescent lunge. So we're continuing with our sequence, adding a little bit in here. Okay, so back here, we're going to do 5, bending the knees, and then straightening. Bringing the arms up if you want, and down. Good, 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Now bring that back heel down, warrior 1. Open to the front, warrior 2. Nice and strong in the legs. Look towards your right hand, turn the palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in. And then open the hands, straighten the leg, exhaling into triangle. Hold it here. And yeah, you guessed it, we're going back down to the floor. Hands either side of the foot. Step back into your down dog. And if you want, you can bring the knees down and take a little break here. We're going back into our plank, push back. So let's go plank, push back. So that's 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Either bring the knees down and rest or hold your downward facing dog. Okay, left leg comes to the front this time. So lift the leg up, sweep it through, bring it to the front, and take your time. Just coming up onto the knee, back into your crescent lunge. So just coming up nice and slowly. Again, just get your balance. Get yourself nice and stable here. And then we'll move into our lifting and lowering of that back knee. 3 more, 2 more, oh, 1 more. Bring the back heel down, arms up, warrior 1. Open to the back into warrior 2. Legs nice and strong. Turn the palm up, breathe in to warrior, reverse warrior. And breathe out to extended side angle. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, triangle. Open those arms out, straighten the leg. And then, again, down to the floor, hands either side. Okay, we're going to hold it here. So just bring the back knee down. Release the back foot. Okay, let's take a little stretch. Slow it down. So you might want to just move from side to side, push that back knee away. Okay, then if you want, you can move your leg to the edge of the mat and just bring the hands inside, bending the elbows a little bit to get deeper into that stretch. See if you can get your elbows towards the floor. Good, a nice stretch here. And then slowly bring the head up. And we'll just take the weight back. Straighten that front leg. You can try keeping the toes down to start with. You get really nice stretch on the front of the foot and the ankle. Or you can bring the toes up and feel that nice stretch down the back of the leg. Okay, bending that knee again. Just lift the back knee and we'll step back into a down dog. And then bringing the other foot forward. So right foot, lift and sweep it forward. Bring the back knee down and take a stretch here. And again, option to move the foot to the edge of the mat and bring the elbow inside. Just see if you can bring the elbows to the floor. So I never used to be able to do this. It takes a bit of practice. And then slowly come up, push the hips back, keep the front foot down, straighten out that front leg, try and lengthen through the spine, and then lift the toes. Get that lovely stretch here. Okay, good. Bend the knee again and take the foot back. And you can sit back on your heels. You can rest in child's pose for a moment if you wish. Take a little breather here. Have a drink. Okay, so let's come onto hands and knees and do some cat cows. So rounding the shoulders, tightening into the belly, chin to the chest. Push the front of the feet into the floor. So really get a nice rounding through the spine. And then breathe into your cow, lowering the belly towards the floor, arching the back, shoulders down the spine, away from the ears. Couple more times. Good. Two more. And one more. Okay, tuck the toes. Let's come up into a down dog. Push the hips high and back. Hold it. Now let's take the weight forward into plank. And bring the knees down. We're going to go for some press ups here. Let's go for 10. Bend the elbows. 1, 2, 3. Keep the core nice and tight. Pull the belly button up. And 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And now just lowering down onto the belly. Now you can come into Sphinx here if you want. This is a little bit gentler on the back. Bringing the forearms down, or you can come into Cobra, hands beneath shoulders, lift and pull the shoulders down the back, tucking the elbows, push the front of the feet into the floor to get a bigger extension through the spine here. Look forward, gonna tuck toes, lift up into downward facing dog again. Good, so take some nice big breaths here. Remember, you can always bring the knees down, but try and challenge yourself, keep them up if you can. Push towards the heels. And let's go again. So we'll take the weight forward into plank. And then knees come down again. 10 press ups, bending the elbows. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's harder the second time, isn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this time we're going to lower ourselves onto the mat. Good, just take a little break here. So with your press ups, doesn't matter if you don't do the 10, just as many as you can. It's always those last one or two that are the ones that make the real difference. Okay, let's just bring our arms out in front. We're going to do a little bit of work into the lower back. So push the front of the feet into the floor, the toenails into the floor. Arms come up, and we're just going to lift the chest. I'm just going to move forward, but not for my arms. There we go. Okay, so arms come out in front, lift up and pull them back, and then lower yourself back down again. Arms out in front. As you lift the chest and shoulders, you're pulling the arms back, or you can just keep the hands, it's like a cactus shape, hands by the side, just lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. It makes it a bit harder when you bring them out and then pull them back. So 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Take a breather. Okay, good. Right, come back up. Push up onto the knees, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Stretch through the shoulders of the arms. Okay, let's go forward. We're not going to do any more press ups. We're just going to lower ourselves down. See if you can really tighten through the core. Now, if you've got a bad back or you know you're quite weak in your core, just bring the knees down, okay? Otherwise, see if you can bend the elbows. What you're aiming to do is get all the way down to the floor. But if you feel yourself, if the hips start to go like this, just bring the knees down. But see if you can go just a little way down or all of the way down. So challenge yourself, slowly bending those elbows. See how far you can go before you need to put your knees down. And then just lifting up into your Sphinx or Cobra, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Let's try that again. Coming forward into your plank, nice and strong through the core. Now start to slowly bend those elbows, keeping the core engaged. Push down the legs, lower down, and lift. Tuck the toes, down dog. We'll do it one more time. Forward into plank, nice and strong through the core, bending the elbows, lifting into Cobra. Tuck toes, and bring the hips high. And bring the knees down and rest. Okay. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the head up. Okay, let's come onto our back. We haven't done a bridge for ages, have we? Half bridge. So, knees bent, feet flat. Just make sure your feet are beneath your knees, but fairly close to your bottom. Arms resting on the floor. So just take a moment to rest and settle here. Make sure the shoulders are down away from the ears and that the breathing is relaxed. We're just going to tilt the pelvis backwards, so pushing the lower back into the floor. And as you do that, you start to feel your pelvic floor muscles engaging, which is good, and those core muscles. And now release. And again, pull the lower back down onto the floor, hold it there, and release. So same thing, but this time we're going to lift the bottom and start to roll up, pushing into the heels, rolling up through the spine. Keep the chin towards the chest and see how far you can go. Clenching the buttocks and really working into the lower back. And then slowly come down. So this is one that we do really mindfully, really slowly, being careful of the spine. Relax at the bottom. And again, so start by pulling the lower back down, lifting up the hips, rolling up, And then hold it at the top. See if you can take it a bit higher. Pushing through the heels. And slowly down. Again, just relax for a moment at the bottom. And one more time, lower back onto the floor, rolling up gently through the spine. And then if you want, you can clasp your hands together beneath your hips. Push up a bit higher. That's it. So again, careful with your back. If you don't have any back issues, you can really try and challenge yourself. Push up high. Hold it there. Take a breath or two. And then release the hands and slowly come back down. Excellent. Okay, let's hug the knees in. Just rocking from side to side or circling through. And then we're going to release one leg out. Keep the other leg pulled in. Lift the head and shoulders. So knee to nose. Now point the leg of point the toe of the leg that's extended. And change. Keep the head and shoulders up and change. Pull that knee to the nose and change. See if you can lift your head and shoulders up a bit more so you can actually touch your knee with your nose. And really working into the core, pushing lower back into the floor. Good. Let's do 10 more. And 9, 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. So keep hugging those knees if it feels good. And stretch the legs. You can bring them up if you want. Pull the toes back towards you. And then just coming back up to your seated position. So you can either rock and roll up or you can roll onto your side. Just be very careful as you come up. And let's just stretch it out a bit. So we'll straighten out those legs. And just pushing the sit bones into the floor, pushing the knees down, pulling the toes back, inhaling arms up, interlace the fingers and just take a big stretch here, keeping the head up. And then release the fingers and see if you can just keep the arms long, hinging forwards, reaching out with the hands. And then just let them rest on the feet, the ankles or the shins. Stretch down the backs of the legs and try and push your chest towards your thighs, keeping the shoulders down and the head up. So you're trying to keep the length through the spine, and then you can rest and relax the head down if you want. You can bend the knees a little bit if it feels more comfortable. Just stretching out all through the back of the body, backs of legs, everywhere. And release, bring the head up. Good. Okay, let's come to the front. We'll take one leg out. Let's stretch a bit more. It's always good to stretch, isn't it? I do love a good old stretch. So reach towards your toes and then just twist your body to the front and lean across. And if you want to feel this a bit more through the side of the body, you can just bring that arm up and over. And then slowly come up. Let's bend that same leg and push the foot towards the bottom to stretch into the thigh. Good. And release. Let's change sides. And just really slowing down, focusing on your breathing while you stretch. So we're not forcing anything, we're just easing ourselves into it, slowing everything down, helping the oxygen get to the muscles after all of that jumping around. Or less jumping, but lots of, I don't know, strengthening and stretching and quite powerful movements today. So again, bring that arm up and over if you want to. And release, and bending that leg to stretch into the thigh. Lovely. Okay, good. So we'll finish, as always, with a little bit of breathing, relaxation. Come into a comfortable position. Rest your hands on your legs. Close your eyes. And just really enjoy that lovely feeling of having finished your exercise session. As much as we enjoy it, it's always good when you've finished, isn't it? You can rest and feel good. Just replenish the body with some oxygen, big breaths in and out through the nose. And then bringing your hands together at heart center, gently bowing the head. And just finding that space within, that calmness, peace, stillness. And then open the eyes. Thank you so much, everyone. Namaste.